Yeah, GG's, brother.
All right, and now we are going to go to the other side of semifinals here. Steven versus Reindog, Former versus Gusta. We're not going to get the Steven mirror match we thought we were going to get, potentially. Obviously, there's still room for that later on in the tournament, but right now, what do you... We're looking at a former champion in Former. We're looking at Gusta, who absolutely came out of nowhere and was very dominant in earlier stages of this bracket. What do you make of it?
This is an interesting match. This is where I'm like, I mean, I can imagine Former probably being the more aggressive of the two. Just because I feel like Steven has a better like close range kit, but they both have great utility, and when they want to or when they need to, they both can zone and keep you within a certain space if they want. So I'm gonna say this: if Former gets Gusta off edge, Former will have the extreme advantage, and I feel like that might be the deciding factor. I don't know how Reindog is going to be able to play into Steven's edge guarding, especially if you can get that shit like right there on like on the edge, where it kind of like extends, the wall up. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm foreshadowing right now. Please don't input the foreshadowing meme right after that. Don't do that. Yeah, that's what I'm foreshadowing.
We will see. As again, Reindog specking into his crystal. It looks like we're gonna get this match underway as quickly as possible. Both breaking the stereos once again. A little, gentleman's ruling here. It seems not wanting any sort of environmental adversaries here. It's all gonna be skill based. Reindog able to get a little bit of damage in here, but looks like Steven with the numbers game is going to take an early lead with 11 of 45. But Reindog able to, again, it's that verticality of Reindog that can absolutely be dangerous. I think that's what we saw from the Harley as well previously. It's what we've seen from Wonder Woman earlier on in the tournament. And the fireball, the laser, it comes down to that chip damage. Able to do damage to both clones simultaneously.
Yeah, Gusta did it. Oh, Gusta did a thing. Gusta just did a thing, guys. He used his up special so well against Jungle. I mean, so well. Like, Jungle just had the great timing to dodge those attacks, and is using it really well here against Former. So manages to escape the edge guard there. Again, in terms of the aggression war, I still say that Former has the advantage, but Gusta did get a fantastic offstage combo. Evening it up though, only 22-0. Gusta wants to do a little chip damage. Make sure he just does as much as he can. Missing the combo though, a little whiff here, whiff there. Yep, side here. Gets his buddy off stage. Clone gotta go bye-bye. Fireball, create some zoning, do some chip damage if you can. Steve is not going for it though, not touching it. Skateboard on him, Steve. Skateboard on him. Up there. Misses the clap. Neutral. What you got, Steven? Sayer. Can't hit it. Clap him. Clap him again. Don't you do it. Okay. He's got a response though.
Reindog like here trying to answer back for the Steven. Obviously, the big thing that Steven has, we've seen a lot here, the shields are a very good counter for the fireballs, and he obviously is able to change the projectiles to join his side. It isn't going to work out for him on this occasion, as Reindog does get that second stock up on Steven, and is able to set up the crystal very early on. It's going to be a little harder for Steven to get rid of that, at least initially. Reindog is in kill range, but it looks like it isn't really going to affect him. He's playing around that edge here. Steven is able to get that elimination finally, coming into the final stock, trying to answer for Former and everything he has. Again, that vertical prowess coming into play. Fireball able to get past the shield, get a little bit of chip damage in here, get control over the center of that stage. Trying to use that floating platform as well. Just trying to get every minor advantage you can. Clone gets hit directly by the fireball. And there goes the clone. The numbers game no longer in effect.
Yeah, Gus has definitely shown me that Reindog can seriously chase you in the air. Like if you're not ready, you're gonna get juggled. And it's been very impressive to see. So the Rose Bomb, can he get it? Oh, can't connect. The Sair, you already know, man. Over 100, Sair, goodbye. GG's, you're out of here.
Very well done by former. Very well done by the former champion.
Man, that was a good matchup. It was a good matchup. Again, there wasn't a lot of edge guarding going on there. I mean, the one fight that they both had off edge, Gusta was able to get back on pretty gracefully. But I mean, they both brought out big, heavy attacks. Getting Gusta chasing in the air, former using that Sair. I like what I saw. This is a matchup I don't think I've ever seen. So we're kind of going into it just like, yeah, all right. I mean, you know, coin toss at this point, but it is winner semi, so you definitely can expect to see some good play from both cats.
100%. This is where people really sort of come out and make it their own. This is, you know, where strategy all sort of becomes about making the adaptations. You're playing against people with very high skill ceilings. Going back to the same map once again, going over to Cromulus, I imagine we'll see the stereos gotten rid of again. You know, the gentleman's duel, as it were.
I'm not gonna let you hurt
Alright,
my
yeah,
friends.
let's see. Do it for the homies. Do it for the homies. Yeah. Honestly, I'm a filthy casual. I kind of like playing with those, man. If I can get you mixed up, you know, on the wall and just kind of combo you. I'm also a Harley player, so I mean that's probably why I like that. And don't tell me this early stock. Don't do it. Please don't do it.
He's going for the early elimination. Not able to execute it this time. I think definitely having the clone there created a little bit of extra pressure that we needed in order for Steven to stay alive there. Able to get rid of the clone. And Steven now answering back, getting a lot of damage off with the bomb. Able to reflect the fireball onto Reindog there. Taking a lot more damage than he intended. Reindog now officially within kill range. Steven almost gets the elimination, but Reindog's survivability on full display right now.
Yeah, seriously good plays. The reflection is right on time, Steven. There, boy. I mean, former you doing the damn thing with it. I like to see these reflections. To be honest, I didn't even know that the Sair was a reflection. But you just taught me something. So, heck, kudos. Try to go for the Rose Bomb, misses. Gus is out of here. I was just gonna say, you know, one more hit, you're out of here, brother. Steven able to, you know, have that edge when edge guarding. But now going into the second stock here, a solid lead here. Trying to connect a little skateboard action. Oh, able to do skateboard into the Sair Rose Bomb. To follow up, very nice. The clap, the skateboard. Don't be above him. Oh, uses a shield to stop Gusta from the up special. That was a heads up play.
Very well executed. Just able to avoid the elimination, and Steven is able to capitalize there, pulling it out of the books. Able to get a very, very strong lead now. 2 stocks up, 114 heat on Steven. Reindog desperately needs to get the elimination. Now the reflections once again coming into play. I think that might be what's making the difference here. Reindog finally able to get the elimination, getting 1 stock up and get rid of the clone as well.
These reflections are, you know, I was wondering why Gusta wasn't using more of the neutral air in the crystal, but I'm starting to understand that now. And he's getting mixed up like pancake batter, even with the text. The text don't matter. The text don't matter, my boy. I'm still in here. I'm not done yet. You better not do it. You better not do it with the Sair. Do it with the Sair.
An incredibly lethal combination of moves there from Former, able to secure a second point. Very well done. Former absolutely running away with this so far, with 1 match point left for him to move all the way on to the finals of this bracket. What is Gusta need to do here to change it up?
Dude, before I was gonna say more projectile usage. I mean, obviously Gus has been using the fire, but I wasn't seeing much of the neutral air or the crystal. And then after what I just saw there, I'm like, well, Steven just countered all of your projectiles, which is literally your kit. Gonna have to find more ways to play more aggressive, maybe. I mean, well, the one thing that I say Gusta does very well is once it gets you in the air, it's a problem. You gotta you gotta really be careful. You gotta really pay more attention. So if he is able to kind of find ways to chain more aerials together, that'd be great. But as I say that, Gusta makes a switch to Joker. Very smart play. I mean, in my opinion, because again, the projectiles were just being shut down. So it's like, what can you do at this point? Joker, however, he could do some damage. He has projectiles, which I would say are much harder to counter because they're faster. And he has great jab, great up tilt. I mean, just great side special ability. I mean, aerial. It's just this is interesting. I'm curious to see how this turns out.
I am, as well, as we set up for our third match of this series. Potentially switching back over to the Reindog.
Okay.
There's a lot of thinking going on here, which you love to see. Like, Gusta is really trying to analyze this situation, really trying to figure out the best way to move forward, and there's absolutely no shame in that.
The thing is, I don't think that's a bad matchup to go Joker. I mean, one of the things that Former does really well is he follows up his attacks with a Sair. And as Joker, one of the ways that you can kind of peel someone off of you, especially if you're, getting knocked left or right, is you can use your neutral to just throw a card at them. Boom, boom, boom. They do a little blow up damage, whatever. And then now you can kind of get back on stage or you can recover, safely. So like with the aggression that Former brings to the table, I feel like Joker wasn't a bad adjustment. But all right, let's see what Gus has got to take.
And here we go, as we are now going to Trophy's Edge, a slightly different setup for floating platforms. And it looks like we have seen a lot of perk switching from the Reindog there, going for a lot of offensive perks and the 5% increase to damage. A sort of slightly more standard array, opting to stay away from the projectile perks, which is honestly a smart move. I'm not sure if you'll be able to confirm this, but if you have a perk that influences your projectiles and Steven is able to reflect it, I assume the perk buffs do switch over to assist Steven.
That's a fantastic question. I can only assume so. But yeah, I mean, I guess it's something worth testing. Maybe somebody in the chat might know. Educate us. No, I won't start on that, but if it did, that'd be kind of cool.
Yep. So very, very smart switch up there from Reindog, as it looks like they're trying to get that opening. Obviously, once again, that clone is creating that little bit of extra pressure, getting that little bit of chip damage in. Reindog at a slight disadvantage when it comes to the heat here. 38 now to 83, up to 94. Steven keeping up a lot of pressure, going for that elimination. Reindog's survivability coming into play once again. But Steven not allowing him to get the reset just yet. Reindog finally touching base on the ground, getting rid of the clone. But at 123... he's gotta be thinking, what do I need to do to survive the oncoming damage? Able to get a couple of aerial juggles in, but whiffs a couple of his hits, and Steven takes advantage, able to get the first elimination.
Yeah, Steven was able to make it clap and get that first stock here. This is, I mean, I can definitely tell that Gusta is not quitting. I mean, he's fighting. He's really doing his best to mix up combos, to make things uncomfortable for Former, which is important, man. You never want to let a player feel comfortable in whatever position that they're in. So there's still a solid battle. Got an edge guard here using that fire. Smart play. Ooh. Smart play. Knocks him off the wall into the fire. Like, sometimes you don't know if these are set up. Oh my god. No. I know you didn't just do that. Stop it.
I think they did.
Suddenly, this is Gus's game.
All of a sudden, that is the beauty, that is the art of MultiVersus, ladies and gentlemen. At the snap of your fingers, things can absolutely switch up. Momentum can change on a dime. And currently, Reindog has the stock advantage. Able to deal a decent amount of damage onto Steven. Playing it very safe here. The chip damage of the fire coming in. Actually using the shield to his advantage to zone Steven a little bit, it looks like. Steven not able to reflect the fireballs as much. Reindog looking for the elimination. And all of a sudden, Gusta is back in the game.
I'm clapping right now. Dude, that was good.
That was very well done. That was very well done.
What? Damn, Gusta ain't playing. Gusta say, you know who the F I am, bro? Hold on. Hold my beer. Hold my beer. Let me show these boys who I am. Hey. This is a series. Semifinals, you know. What do you expect? So yeah, like I said before the game started, it was like, if you can find a way to really just improve at chasing him in the air, get those up specials off, you're good. And then manage to do it at 19%. Stop it. That was impressive.
Very, very well done. Absolutely well executed from Gusta. We didn't even really get to analyze what happened there. It was over so quickly, but I think a very well executed combination, as well as sort of using Steven's shielding positioning to the advantage there, as Reindog able to get the point up. The perk switches may have been able to make the difference. We're going over to Sky Arena now with platforms. I think, you know, a lot of people have been favoring the platforms this week. So we're curious to see how that affects things. Gusta now has a little bit of momentum going into the fourth matchup, trying to break even here, trying to bring us over to a tiebreaker. We'll see what happens.
Yes, a lot of good fighting happening right now, brother. So definitely don't want to take your eyes off the screen here at this crack media MultiVersus tournament number 8 Ocho. Steven starting off getting a pretty good connection here onto Gusta, trying to chase him off edge, but misses the rose bomb. It's all good though. Skate on him. Nope, can't do it. Sair. Whiff. Neutral air. Neutral. A lot of whiffing happening. Skate on him. Tries to clap but misses it. Skate on. Can't do it. Don't you dare do it, Gusta. Don't you do it to this man. Gotta watch the rose bomb, man. That thing doesn't look like it hurts, but it is painful.
You're absolutely right there, as Reindog now trying to control the area, able to get rid of the clone very easily. A very even matchup, 49 heat to 62 heat. Very well done all around. As everyone in the chat now starting to get very excited at the semi-finals bout. All eyes are on these two. As Reindog here, the maneuverability of Reindog really coming into play, playing into the survivability. Maybe going for an execution there, but wasn't able to pull it off. Steven able to dodge out of the bite. And now, once again, setting up with the shields. Reindog coming in with the fire. Isn't going to connect this time. And now the clone, once again, going to create that little bit of extra pressure. Steven able to get the first elimination, but at 117 heat, by no means is he safe. Looks like Reindog focusing on the clone, able to get rid of it now. As a prediction is going to start in the chat. See who you think is going to win this matchup. Steven trying to create a little bit of space here. The shield stalling out Reinhardt a little bit.
Yeah, you see right now, I mean, as Steven, you got to play a little safe and try to do as much chip damage as you can. Because you know at some point you're gonna like you just did right now. And that's okay though. It's okay at this point. It's an even match. This is a very slow match. If you look at the timer as well, these guys are playing very safe. They understand what's on the line here. They understand that there's some serious pressure to keep in mind. Oh my gosh. I thought that was former. Actually, that was not. But yeah, I mean, a much slower match than previous, man. I mean, we're sitting at 4 minutes and 14 seconds, and it's still 1-1. So yeah, interesting to see how this turns out. I mean, being that this is Sky Arena platforms, you got to say that the favorite goes in Former's hand just a bit here. Gusta won't be able to use his projectiles as well as he usually can. But again, it's just chipping, slow attacks, nothing too crazy. This Rose Bomb might be a problem. Don't you get clapped. You might get clapped and you get seared. Either way, it's a stock.
Absolutely. Reindog now not able to get a lot of damage in on the Steven. It looks like the advantage is definitely going to be in Former's hands. Reindog trying to create a little bit of momentum now. Maybe went for the elimination there. Not able to pull it off though. Not able to get the height needed to push Steven over to the borders. Again, that clone creating a lot of pressure, a lot of damage coming onto Reindog. Steven sees the potential elimination. Goes for it once again. Reindog once again on the cusp of kill range as we're now playing around the ledge, and there it is. Former able to secure the point, able to secure their position in the finals against Mox.